Welcome, everyone. It is October 27th, 2022. I didn't stream yesterday, but I did warn with a little bit of time. Everything is okay. It was just a few tests, a few routine tests, nothing to worry about, I hope. I'll get the results on the 31st, but you know, I think everything is okay, so. And today we're starting a new character, which is Kaeya. I don't remember. No, I don't remember. I don't know how to spell his last name. I don't know if it's like Alberich or Alberich or something. But yeah. And I've done a bit of preliminary reference lifting. I think it's also interesting to leave the references here on the side instead of on another screen. It still leaves plenty of space to work a sketch here on the right, since we only need to like focus on references here now. But yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a uncomfortable thing for me, but you know, I gotta leave my comfort zone every once in a while. But yeah, I'm learning from my mistakes, and now like I have character references, but I also have like interesting poses. And I was in the process of at least having background references. The problem is I'm having a little bit of trouble thinking about that. So these are all images that I'm getting from Pinterest. So there's that. Let me just resize this one. So these are all pose ideas. And this is more like a background thing, you know. He is a cryo user, so ice is interesting, but I don't know how I'm gonna tackle that specifically. It's like I could search night and see what I can get. Or even like months and see if I can get anything interesting. Hmm. Like I'm already thinking a bit ahead, but I think it's best to be prepared for any eventual backgrounds. Because in Lisa, it kind of worked out, but I know that I could have done better, you know? I like this sort of chair, but I gotta see. Ooh. There are a lot of interesting thrones here. Okay, I have an idea. But it might be a bit complicated. Okay, so first let's get this image going. This is for a sitting position. But it does feel a little bit bland because like it works better as a cover rather than a storytelling piece, but we can get that. An idea that I had was sitting on a throne of ice, but it's not very comfortable. Like even if he is a cryo user, being in contact with ice would probably like give him third-degree burns on his ass. So I don't know. At least there's a lot of reference for that pose specifically. But again, the problem is the throne pose feels a little bit static. I did get a few interesting ones, right? These three. My brush is really big. Like these three are good, but I need to see how to make them interesting. These ones are good, and I've had like plenty of ideas for them. I'm a bit confused at where like the leg goes like this, and then what does this? Or this, maybe? It would feel better if it did like this. Maybe it's behind the hand or something. I like this one a lot. I had the idea of like making him do a heart with his fingers, and then like you have the sword, and then you will make like a heart of ice over the sword, because apparently his personality is like he provokes allies and foes alike and puts everyone in complicated situations. Right? So a bit of a loose cannon that has no regard to the means. He's only interested in the ends. Right? Called Charming Knight. Somewhat secretive, so... But that is already kind of expressed in the design. So that's interesting. But there's a bunch of problems that I need to solve. Like reference for the face. I need reference for everything pretty much. Like my visual library is very, very small. So yeah, I'm gonna need reference for everything. Pretty much. But I think we're gonna start here and move along. Yeah, I think that's the best course of action. Did I change this brush? Ink opacity. Let's try this. It feels pretty much the same, so. We're gonna get it much smaller. Maybe 15. 20. Okay, this appears to be like a good spot. So yeah, we're gonna start by sketching very loosely, and I think I'm gonna like try and keep myself loose as far as I can, as to not lose that whole gestural quality of the drawing, you know. And if I need to make adjustments to the proportions, I'll do it later on. So it'll be something like that in here. Something like this, right? Let me just move this to the side a little bit. That the pelvis still does a bit like that, so it might want to, yeah. So like this, and then the arm. Man, this is a thing that I wasn't paying too much attention to. It's like, I feel like it has it makes a crucial difference later on, right? And I shouldn't worry too much about the fingers just yet, so. Okay. So this could be like a first pose, right? And this implies a lot of stuff, so just to have a little bit of structure to it, you know, just so it makes sense in some capacity. Just the whole chair structure needs to be present in order for it to make sense. So yeah, like most of it is just clothing, so it doesn't really matter. And here it needs to be like way larger. So it goes like this. So it looks like it's sitting more on the middle instead of on the tip of it all. I feel. Right. Yeah. So you have an arm here, sort of, and you would have another arm here, which makes sense. Yeah. So let's just erase this line. It's doing nothing for us. And yeah, we have a quick sketch of the first pose. Let's go on to the second pose, and we might like do some changes. I like this one. It's like very confident, a bit cocky even. Works really well with the character. So and but yeah, in terms of the course, I've only finished the sketching phase, so I haven't gone to the line work just yet, but I think I'm gonna make it. It takes a bit of time because it has subtitles in English and the instructor speaks in some form of Chinese dialect. I don't know if it's Mandarin. I don't understand too much of dialects either way. I just don't want to assume, albeit it's probably like the most spoken one. Yeah. So it's like this. Right. More or less the same. Right. And again, it's like the whole foot is just a bunch of blocks. So worrying about it doesn't matter too much. There, then blocks like these, I think. And then yeah. Maybe I could do something like this, but overall. Right. It's like I can do gesture like this. It's not perfect, but it's sort of good, right? And I was not taking advantage of that for the drawings, and I don't know why, honestly. Well, having an exaggeration is not necessarily a bad thing. Push that one. Yeah, later on we can add a little bit of flavor to these poses. It's just to have some sort of idea where to go next. You gotta start somewhere. Okay, we don't have a lot of reference for the hands here, but I assume something like this. Right. Also, like as a more introspective thing, I kind of had a thought yesterday that was about the insecurities that a lot of us face. You know, when we do our work, whether we're artists or not, it doesn't really matter. I think it's applicable to anyone, and it's about uh, when we compare ourselves to others, which we do. Sometimes that makes us feel insecure, right? And I think it's because we compare ourselves to others in the sense of timing of it all. Where if someone is successful by the age of 18, and we're not, like we're older and we're not successful, we think something is going on, like I should be successful. And what I thought of was we are on the fastest route, or route, however you want to say it. We are on the fastest routes not to become others, but to become ourselves. Right? And that kind of puts me at ease because a lot of people have regrets, right? Even a lot of successful people have regrets, but they're still well in their life, right? So having regrets over our decisions doesn't mean we can't make it. And so the important thing is to take decisions and not overthink it. Because either way, we are going to become ourselves. We're not going to become others. We cannot, right? So if we try, we're just setting ourselves up for failure. But if we take the best decisions that we think of in the moment, one way or another, we're going to become who we are because we are being honest about it. That's what I thought about. And it's a good thought because, at least for me, because it kind of gets rid of a lot of insecurities. Right? It's like you just need to get on with it and start doing it, whatever it is. Also, these sketches are turning out great. I love this. So chairs here. The legs don't really matter that much. I think there might be a leg like this because the support kind of implies so. But yeah, like that, like this, and yeah. So if you feel like you're too slow, it's like not really. You're just in the right time to do things. You're gonna have to adjust that, but I like that. I think this part of the leg should be a bit like this. See, and this is the cool thing about digital drawings. Like, oh, not quite right, not a problem. You just select and move it around. These are all great poses, I must say. But we're gonna take our time to get it just right. So these should be a little bit smaller, just so I have a little bit more space to sketch. But yeah, like, I had that thought, right? And it kind of made me feel more at ease. I think. It actually reminds me of a thing a friend, more a colleague, because I never knew him too well, but a colleague said in the first year of art college that was like, no matter what decision you take, it is always the most successful one. And like, I don't fully agree with that. I now kind of get where he was going with that train of thought, you know? And so, yeah. It's that thing. You will have regrets because sometimes there were better decisions they could have taken. But like, life is not about min-maxing anything, you know? So yeah, bit of philosophy here with yours truly. Yeah. You know, it's that thing. You're not guaranteed success in your life. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. This is actually a thing that I heard from an animator on YouTube called Andre Turbia, which is he explained luck as something that you need preparation and opportunity for, right? Because an opportunity might show up, but if you're not prepared to take that opportunity, it doesn't matter, right? And the opposite is also true. You might be prepared, but your opportunity might never show up. So it's like a bit of coincidence and a bit of preparation. It's like you should at least get as best prepared as you can so that you never miss a chance. But you're not guaranteed to have that chance. You know? It's just the way it is. But like, statistically, through time you're bound to have at least some opportunities, so get as best prepared as you can for those moments. This hand, not this hand, this arm in general is in a tricky position for me. But I don't like this hand. Like, if I use this pose, I'm probably gonna change this hand to something else. Maybe he's grabbing the sword or something. But again, not very confident, so I'll have to, like, search references for that. So the back is like this. This is like that, I guess. I'm not gonna draw like curves or anything of this sort because I don't like it, but I can at least respect the weird base of the chair, I guess. These all look great. Like, it's already a step up from the last projects. Which is saying a lot. The problem with this reference right here is that it's not full body, right? So I would need the entire body for that one, and that's kind of complicated. I had a bit of trouble finding more about it. Let me see. Yeah, it's gonna take a while. Let me go back. Knights, ice and stuff. Olympic fencing. Alright, we get this sort of thing. It's cool and all, but no full reference without legs, and that kind of becomes complicated. Because I'm gonna struggle a lot if I don't have reference for that. I think I know what I'm gonna do for that one. I found an interesting image here. This is here and this is that. Okay, we're gonna move this one here. And we're gonna... So I found this image, right? I mean, I think... the legs could work. Apply transformation, right? Like if we put it like that and we do like this, right? I think it could work, right? Am I crazy? Right, something like this. right? Being a bit creative here with the reference, but I think you get the point. Just to complete the legs, right? And I also wanted like reference for the other one. But open legs is a bit more complicated, I think. But not impossible. It's just it takes a bit of time. See? Like I have 3 quick sketches and I'm still searching for reference. I was searching for references 1 hour before the stream started, so technically speaking I'm already working for for 2 hours. And I still have like very little because I'm still setting up everything. So it is a slower stream. Kind of apologize for that. But it's like it's to set up everything right. What is this pose? Oh, it's that guy. All right. Um, okay, there are some interesting legs here. I want to see if I can make this work. Because it's an interesting image. Let's see. Cancel. But I did copy. Alright. Alright. We're gonna try and make it work. Let's see. I think overall the tone of this this one right here, it doesn't really work with him. So it's like I don't even think it's worth to be manipulating it. Yeah, this one is nah. But these 3 are kind of cool, I'd say. So, we're gonna put this as sitting poses. I think it has 2 T's. Y arrow 2 I's. Nice. Sitting poses. Yeah. So we're gonna make a folder. Poses. Okay. Obscure that for a little bit, so we can work now with this. I think this works. Right. And then there's gonna have like, I'm gonna have a bunch of work because then I'll need to block in like the bigger details. Which in Kaeya's case, it's more like, it's just a cape, really. To make it, like the cape and the fur, just to see how it works. So that, I can eliminate any poses or anything like that that might be too hard to make it work. Yeah. And I might add the sword if the... if the pose allows. Sorry, I drew a blank there. All right, but that's... we're gonna be... Again, cannot forget he is a slender man. So right. It's kind of crazy to like not pay attention to the gesture of it all and just waste completely everything that I knew about drawing because I was tackling it really badly, you know. Yeah, it's gonna be a thing. Mm. Whatever. Now, for the neck. So, tilted head, quite a lot. Yeah. We go around. And do like this, yeah. Yeah. That appears to be more or less what's happening in the face. So. Also, if I'm not mistaken, and I kind of apologize for not being able to stick completely to the schedule, because I'm always skipping some days, but like, I think next week, let me just check, because I think I'm gonna have to like not stream. It's like from the 31st to the first, so I think it's November 1st. I won't be able to stream. Yeah, I think that's it because it's a holiday and I have people at home and like they say that I can stream while they're at home, but I kind of feel a bit uncomfortable because I don't want them to be heard on the stream, you know. I want to give them a bit of privacy. So um yeah. I think I know why this feels so weird. Because the pubis would be around here, right? And that's kind of like that. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. I think the way to solve this is like bringing it down because this side is squashed, so this interval right here shouldn't be as big. Yeah, I think that's it. Also, if anyone is writing in the chat, I'm not reading. Okay, nobody wrote. Not a good thing, but at least I didn't miss any messages. Now, the problem is the arms, right? Like, maybe I'll go with a cocky pose. No, okay, so maybe I want like the sword. But this is also like a problem with design, because the sword will be trespassing the face, right? You kind of don't want to do that. See, the moment that I start drawing without reference, it becomes really bad. Because no visual library. Library. Damn it. Hmm. That's okay. Adjustments can be done rather quickly, so at least I have that for me. Maybe it's best like this, yeah. And leave the hand kind of like this. Or would the hand be like, I think, ooh, the hand probably would be like this. Yeah, right? The sword. And I think I'm gonna need a... Man, I got like the perfect reference. Holy. Alright. Well, not the perfect reference, like the perfect setup to find reference. Now let's see. They usually don't fully extend their arms, but I think it works. It works. So just let me just I think this one works. This one has a fully extended arm. Kind of rare, actually. They usually have the arm a bit relaxed. Huh. Right. We're gonna work with this one. We copy that image. Put the image here. So, like, as you can see, right now I'm making a pose that's like based on 3 different images. So there's that. Right? And it will feel a little bit like a composite, but it's important. It's important. So we have the arm like this. Right. Just, oh my god, this is such a weird, like, maybe I could like make a small rotation so that yeah, see my hesitation with the with the hands. But I think it kind of works. I think it's a cute pose, right? Yeah, we'll leave this one. At this rhythm, I'm gonna be like just studying poses. Holy. But I want to do this right. You know what I mean? It's like it's putting in the work. And it's hard because if I'm learning, obviously I'm doing things that I don't know much about. Okay, so we're doing this. And this is also good practice for my original stuff. Albeit I talk a lot about doing original stuff, but I never actually do it. Gotta also work on that. A lot of stuff to work on, I guess. And like that. Yeah. Feet become a lot easier once I start seeing them as blocks. You know. And this has a bit of perspective, which makes it complicated. Also in the chat, you can't see the chat in the stream, but if you are watching it live, like the title is wrong. I already corrected it, but Stream Elements already said the message. Unfortunately. Okay. No, sorry. I wasn't expecting that. I didn't sound like a pig. Right, because the legs do this, and yeah, it would be something along these lines. It's like the leg does that. Also, yesterday I ate so much trash food. It was insane. I used the test as an excuse to like really pig out. And the thing is, it's not gonna get any better, cause you know, the day that I'm gonna not stream, I'm also gonna pig out. And I think on Saturday, I'm also gonna pig out. Ah, my God. I'm gonna have to run marathons to burn all of the calories. And it's like, could I not eat as much? Definitely. Definitely I could. But I'm not gonna do that. I enjoy eating too much. I think the leg's already fucked, but we can correct it. Right? Yes, we can correct it, and here we also need like a bit that, but yeah, we can correct this. Like a bit of rotation and scaling should do the trick. Oh, do the trick. So first this, then like this, and we bring it up. Just a little bit. Okay, I think this is good. It's just that I need to correct down here. Because it obviously doesn't look like that. But yeah. Perhaps it's better to not like fiddle too much with that. Also, I remember now, because of the siren actually, yesterday I bought Need for Speed Rivals, I think. Like, I know the game came out a long time ago. Just like, I'm a big fan of racing games, right? But single player. I don't like racing against other people. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I've said before that I'm not a very competitive person. I just like playing against the computer or the console, whatever I'm playing against, I guess. I had not Mario Party, Mario Kart when I was growing up, for the Nintendo DS. And I don't know, it was weird. Like, I lost the game and then I found the game again, and I lost it again. I think I lost it. 'Cause I know that I sold a bunch of my games to get the DSi. Really? Incredible. The first one to chat today was a bot. Ugh. Disgusting. I don't need bots. Okay. I think this is one of those situations in the pose where I would probably also do something like the sword, I think. Right? And maybe even the heart here. Yeah. That would be probably what I'd do. Anyway. God damn it. The audacity of like sending messages about bots and increasing viewers. Like, do they think I'm that desperate for numbers? I mean, some people might be. Like, want to have a good time, you know. Yeah. Like I've been shown time and time again that I only need like one person talking to me to make it like good time. I can even pass a good time by myself. That's why I'm streaming, right? To make sure that I'm working. Okay. The hands are weird. I can fix the hands, but I'm gonna just circle them so I don't forget. Like, fix hands. Okay. I think this is a great pose. So I'm also gonna draw that. Yeah, I'm gonna draw it down here. So the whole thing. I'm kind of curious about like the people that send these messages, because usually it's like just an account with two letters and a bunch of numbers in the name, but this one was actually like a proper name, right? So like if it's a person, do they just go to the lowest viewer streams and start like messaging everyone? My God, dude. Oh, the arm is like, or the head is way too small for the size of the arm. Yeah. Good thing I can correct. I can correct fairly quickly. All of that. Right. Have some. We have a leg like this. Then we're gonna have, yeah, the knees more or less here. Right. Also, kind of relevant news. Well, not relevant for us specifically, but you know, uh, the United Kingdom has a new prime minister. He's of Indian descent, so that's kind of cool. Like, I don't blindly support diversity, but at least it's cool to know that like he wasn't discriminated for being, or he wasn't too discriminated, because there's always going to be discrimination, unfortunately. But he wasn't too discriminated for being Indian. That's kind of cool. right here. It's kind of hard to see what's happening with that hand, but this is what I'm assuming it's happening. Right. That line needs to go like lower. But it looks like I added in a fat roll. Nothing wrong with that. The ancient depictions of Venus had fat rolls in her stomach. So that just goes to show how much our depiction of beauty has changed. Something like this, right? Again, notice how hesitant I become once I don't have a reference. Right, the quality here changes dramatically from here because I'm guessing, right? But this is an interesting pose as well. So I think at the hour and a half mark, I might make a pause because one of the reasons why I've been feeling so tired, I think it's because I don't make enough pauses during the stream. So we have these, we have these. These are pretty good, actually. We have another two, and then we can like this, not decide, we still have to block in how Kaeya's cape sort of stuff fills it, but so the motion is pretty much like this, right? Not probably exaggerated. We need to catch. We need to catch the motion. Mm, I don't know why it doesn't feel nice. You know what I mean? Maybe it's, yeah, maybe it's the orientation of the face that is indicating something very different. Right? We can push it, I think. We can push this pose. I haven't done this before, but yeah, I think we're gonna do that. So like, right. It's looking a bit weird. But either way, I don't have a lot of faith in this pose either, so I could do like a simpler one instead of being like full body, but I don't know. I'm gonna go that way. I'm also kind of interested in knowing how to draw full bodies. I still think we can push this one. It's just, again, it's like lack of knowledge here. I lack critical information. Also, let's make this one a tad bit smaller so I can get a little bit more space. Yeah. Yeah. I could do the same thing and sort of complete it with other poses. I think that would be too complicated. gesture gives me an enormous level of freedom when I'm drawing. And the idea transmitted is pretty much the same, so it doesn't really matter. Huh. Now I notice like the hand, the heart, the arm, the whole arm is just way like misaligned. So let me just, because like the middle finger is almost at the height of the shoulder. Oh, sorry. Yeah. All right. We have that. And as reference, we can use this. I gotta correct this part at least. Right. I love how I can just do this in the initial phase and like nobody bats an eye. The information is all here, right? Okay, this is obviously an S curve right here. But it's gonna have to be something like this. Bit of a trial and error situation here, but okay, not a perfect angle, but you know, after all that comparing and measuring, it's pretty much the same. Right? Oh, I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna go. Wait, what? Eraser. I'm gonna brew some tea. I think it's the right word, right? It's either make tea or brew tea. I don't know, but yeah, I'm gonna make a cup of tea and get something to eat, stretch. I shouldn't take longer than 10 minutes, but I'm gonna try and take like 5. All right. So let me just here on OBS do this. Yeah. And I'll see you in a bit. Hello everyone, I am back. Uh, it took a little bit over 10 minutes, but I really needed to stretch a little bit, go to the bathroom, all that good stuff. I haven't eaten yet. Let me just take a small bite, just to keep myself going. I don't know to what extent you can actually hear me chew. But yeah, so we got all of the poses pretty much. And I think what I'm gonna do is like um change canvas size. We're gonna like this, and width is gonna be like way bigger, right? You're gonna do that. And the sitting poses are gonna stay here. Let me just, there we go. These poses are gonna go here, right? And, oh, this needs to be visible. Yeah, pretty much. These ones can sit like that. I'm not a big fan of these two, so I'm probably not gonna use them. There are plenty of interesting poses here. For being a little bit inactive. It's just I took all of that time to prepare the food. I haven't eaten it yet, so. But yeah, I think in terms of poses, I won't develop more than this, right? What I think I'm gonna do is add another layer, maybe a blue. Just go over Kaeya himself and like, right. It's basically the cape. The cape in this. It's too big. Wait. The cape in this thing over here. It's just what's like this thing, right? So we can go here and like start working out how that would happen. Leave it like this. So we have like plenty of reference to go for. It would be something like this, right? Something along these lines. Right. Maybe even something like this. definitely something like that could work. And comes here and goes like this, sort of overflowing. What about here? Yeah, we can even like kind of work like this. Funny. What does this huge triangle pointing? Right. Something like that. And here it's just, we would just do this. I think this one could be like a heart here, right? Like something like this, and right, like a sort of heart thing. And this could like be actually grabbing the sword. Right, which would make like sort of this shape, almost like a triangle thing going on. I think that would work. Let me just erase all these lines. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this one. Yeah. It's the second one, right? Yeah. So I'm just gonna merge those two so that I can copy it. Okay. And we can now change canvas size. Wait, what? Oh, I see. Change canvas size. The height is gonna be 2.8. 2.8? No. 840, which is the double of 1920, right? So the width will be 2160, which is double of 1080. Yeah, I think the math checks out. I hope so. Yeah, we have this, so we can yeah, do that and bring this. Okay, now we can change the canvas size again. Oh, we can do like directly. All right, the window on the front kind of confused me in that regard. I might like put an enemy here, like a dead enemy, and think that would be interesting. See, we already have an idea for a foreground even. So, wait, none of these are inside of the folder. All right. Right, like someone could be here lying dead, like so. Arm doing like this or something. I think it distracts a little bit the fact that we can see the face like that. So maybe on this side, yeah, maybe that's best. I don't want more faces, like he has to have like the focal point there. Maybe even like an ice thing going on his back. Like he has just been impaled or something. I don't know if it's impaled when it's transversal to the body instead of longitudinal. Like just how his character can be a little bit conflicting. Like, and maybe we can even like leave a pool of blood. Pool of blood like this. Right. He's here. Like we can leave in the background like so imagine, right, in the background you have mountains and stuff that you can see, and you would have like the sun coming up. Making it like very dissonant. So very dark in the bottom and very not light, but like very holy on the top. So yeah, almost like tonal dissonance of it all. Maybe use some trees like this. Looks like this might work. Gonna take another bite. Bear with me here. Okay. I think the pose is decided. I like the background. Again, well, I'm not very savvy about it. It's like I could even like where's the color history? There it is. Could even like make it so the feet have like ice crystals. Right? Sort of like that. Maybe something like this. Yeah. So we're gonna put everything in composition, I guess. Just so that we know more or less what we're dealing with. But yeah. Hey, not bad. So now it starts like the refinement of it all, I guess. Now we start guess like I shouldn't focus too much on the details because I'm gonna definitely make stiffen everything, and I don't want that. This. It's not bad. Another bite. The feet look a bit weird. Not a problem though. I think that works. Like, it's gonna be covered with shoes either way, and shoes are a simple form. Yeah. Oh, the sword. Alright. Whatever. I'll have to like look at the reference later. But let me see. I think it's not bad, right? But I do have to send this to my friends. I want to see their reaction. Let me just collapse this for a little bit so that I can print. Sorry about that. It's kind of like more cozy stream for me, just so I can last the entire time, because it's been really intense. I'm making a big effort to change my ways, so it's gonna take some time. If you hear the Facebook notification sound, it's probably mine. Uh, Alright. Another bite. I just have things to do instead of drawing. So yeah, welcome to the living simulator on stream, where we eat and socialize instead of drawing. Yeah. I do have to say, this this drawing will be rather spicy. Albeit, because it's not centered, but it's not in a third, it has a very weird positioning. I don't know if I'll correct that. Also, I lied. It wasn't a bite. I'm eating the rest of it. Sorry about that. That's why I'm doing nothing for a while. But at least I think it's going well. I'll work for like another 45 minutes or so. I feel like I've spent less time drawing, but I've been more productive today than I was in past streams, and I do think this piece is like more interesting than the others. So in that regard, like, it's already better. It's like he doesn't look too stiff or anything like that. So that is great. That is great. All right, what else do I need? Right, we had like, this is on side. Right. Like that. Because I need the hair. Yeah, sorry about that. The Facebook is still open. Oh lord. I closed it now. So any notifications now are yours, not mine. But yeah. Like my group of artist friends are all female, and some of them like to draw uh, sexy boys. I have no other way of describing it, but like when I told them that I was gonna draw Kaeya, I immediately said like viewership will drop to 0. Not that I had a lot to begin with, but they said, you know, it can work if you do it well. I think I'm doing it well. This here. What now? Oh, looks like. Just a moment, I got an email to read. Looks sick. Just. Hmm. Okay, it's just something that I need to fix later on. I can fix it now, so no need to worry about it now. Alright. Repair's done. Good. So what I want to do is like, so from what I saw in the course, it was like we select the shape of the character, right? So it doesn't need to be too detailed. Oh, actually, because what interests us is like understand how the shape works, right? Because if the shape doesn't work, I might change some things. Albeit there's not like a lot of room to change this pose, if I'm being completely honest with you. The silhouette might be a little bit confusing, now that I think about it. Oh no. Like this. Right. I don't think I missed any major detail there. And if we just color it, it's like, can we see what's happening? Right, there's like huge blob here, and there's a few negative spaces. And it gets even worse once we add in the sword. So, how can we change that? Right? We can make it more interesting on this side, because there's not a lot of stuff happening here. We might be able to do something interesting, but it's gonna be hard. Okay, so we have the character. We have the character, right? We do have the cape. It's just... Oh, it's from the layer itself. Yeah, I knew that was gonna be a problem, but whatever. Like, we can make the cape become its own thing more to this side, right? And so, yeah, it makes more shapes on the left, right? And almost like ignore it completely on that side and make it so that it does something like this, maybe. Right? It makes like a negative space here, makes this more interesting overall. Like it kind of flows here. Also, if the sword ends there, it still maintains sort of like the shape, this triangular shape. Yeah. So I don't know if I can like push it like this to make a space here. See? But then again, you wouldn't be able to see the space because of the cloak, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. Yeah. So let's select this again. I think it's easier if I just remove stuff. Let me just add this tip right here. Yeah, this is a rather complicated part. It's like it needs to work so that it's things become more visible. If there's a lot of things going on, it'll become too cluttered, and I don't want that. It's like I have the knowledge, so I need to apply it, you know? That's a problem that I was doing before. It's like I have the knowledge, but I don't apply it for some reason, right? And then I wonder why my illustrations aren't as good as I imagined them. In my imagination, it's like instant, but on paper, or in this case, by the way, this is not 2 fingers, just, or not 2 toes, just 1 toe. This just right. So the outside is completely selected. We need to do something like that, I guess. Alright, and then there's like space over here. I think that space will be easily readable. All right, we might even have a little bit of space here, which could facilitate readability. There's also space here, which also facilitates readability. Oh, this is Undertale, isn't it? This is Undertale. Yeah. This song, I mean, I don't know if it's song, but I should call it music, I guess. Always like creeped me out. Okay, how readable is this? Okay. I think it's better than before, at least. Right? Can definitely see the legs, the butt over there, the arm, grab it. Since you can see the arm, you can like sort of tell that he's grabbing something. This shape is a bit weird, but we're not going to focus too much on it. We're not going to put a lot of detail into that. This adds some variety to the side. Yeah, like it goes like this, it goes like this. Right. I like this asterisk sort of thing going here. Yeah, it's interesting shape. Definitely a lot of work just to have the basic of basics. I think what I'm gonna do now is, and this is a thing, right? Because this is not an original character, I don't need to worry about accessories. Because if that was a thing, I would have to worry about that as well. And yeah, we can put these inside of that folder and make it like that. We make the composition like that. And oh, I shouldn't. I really shouldn't. Yeah. Let's get with the bright red, because I don't want to pass. I don't want to draw the body again. Like, I'm gonna draw everything at once, like sketch everything at once to see where it goes, and then I'm gonna pass with line art on top, so that I'm not doing like several different passes and losing the gesture of it all. I think that's the right strategy, because like in Lisa, I did like 4 or 5 passes. Not only does that take too long, but it removes the gesture, which is something that I want to keep. Right. So we'll keep it simple. I don't know what that is. It's a shame. Let me see if there's like better reference for the chest. No, it's too pixelated. And this is all I have of him. I think it's just something like not grabbing, but like holding the collar. No, I don't know the specific English name for this. Like holding it together. So let me just. Yeah. He's a fun character to draw. I mean, they all are. I'm getting more and more satisfied with how I'm changing my workflow, you know. Chains. I think for chains, I'm gonna use the tool that CSP has, that brush thing. Cause I gotta get used to that one, cause it can help a lot. My friend used it, and it looked really cool. So if I figure out how to use it, I'm sure I'll have good results as well. Whatever. Doesn't matter. So he has a sort of weird coat thing going on. Let me see. I'm just gonna say it's like a 2-layer thing. So it's like 1 layer and then and of course the hair is in front. So whenever there's hair, I'm just gonna delete, not delete, erase that, so it doesn't get too complicated. If that makes sense. So yeah, like immediately this negative space that didn't exist because of the cloak no longer exists because of the jacket. So there's that. We can even make it more interesting if we do something like this. Right, like something like this. I think that would be nice. Okay. Something here. Right. Then there's a star, and then there's like small star. And then there's like the whole thing, the belt. Right. Getting a big old dong. Let's go, dude. Uh, Again, I might need references to draw them. Should draw these shoes better. Because I definitely didn't make them justice. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. Alright. Alright. This is really complicated stuff. It doesn't even matter because it's covered, right? I think people will really enjoy this post. But even if it doesn't get any traction, that's okay. I'm like, just from this, I'm already very satisfied with the result. Yeah, it looks really good. So there's a detail there that I don't know quite how to interpret, so I'm just gonna go like that. I think it has to do something with the cloak, but it's kind of hard to say. Sort of following how the reference does folds, because I haven't studied folds yet. I should, but yeah. I enjoy sketching like this. Just vibe. We could make him even a bigger thirst trap if instead of having like this bottom layer here, it would went like this and just exposed the abs. You know, I don't know. So that's the character pretty much. You have the sword, which is the total pain in the ass to do. Like what I think I'm gonna do is like flat draw it And then like with free transform, just do like this and then do the 3D part, things like that. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. 245. I don't think I'm gonna do much more today. Yeah, I didn't change the silhouette too much. Right. But yeah, I feel motivated with this character. It's looking really good. I feel like I did a tangible progress with this one just by staying sharp and applying new knowledge. Not new knowledge, I already have that knowledge, but like being more adamant in applying it. What is that? Let's be careful about that one. No tangents, please. Right. Oh, I'm using the wrong brush. Wait. Yeah. So if everything is turned off, like, yeah, you can see it. You can see it. I might need to like just for it to feel more centered, because the center of gravity will be somewhere around here, and if it's too flipped like that, it will fall out of the base, I think. I think this is too much. I think this is a good spot. Yeah. Oh, it's moving a lot of pixels, right? Yeah, this is going to be a problem later on. But for now, I think it's good. Yeah, it's just moving a lot because the composition layer is huge. So, this is yes, full sketch. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's gonna be everything for today. I want to thank everyone that might have watched live. There wasn't a lot of conversation, but that's okay. I want to thank everyone that watches this in the VOD. Your support is massively appreciated. If you want to leave a comment, leave a comment. I make the effort to always read and reply, or at least like. And so today was Thursday, tomorrow's gonna be Friday. I think there's no problem, so I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow as well. And also Monday, but so next week, Tuesday next week, I will not stream. So November 1st, I will not stream. So yeah, for tomorrow, everything is okay. Once again, thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.